My life was headed in a really self-destructive, hazardous direction. I didn't really have a future. The way I see it, I probably would have been dead or in prison within the next year. Before I started getting loaded again this time, I had a little bit of clean time. My whole family thought I was clean, and then I started using again, and they were kind of oblivious to it because I could put on a good show until I came home for Thanksgiving, and I was just like out of my mind. And everyone kind of tried to ignore it and pretend like nothing was going on, like Grandma had money missing from her wallet and they knew it was me. That was kind of when I could start seeing myself spiraling downward. It was when my family stopped trusting me. They stopped calling because they didn't want to deal with me. My family saw me slowly destroying myself and had to take a step back because what I was doing to myself was incredibly painful for them to watch. I was sitting at a house that I was doing drugs with. And I remember looking around the room and realizing that I did not like any of these people, and I didn't even know what I was doing there. And I remember I went to use the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror, and I did not recognize the person that was looking back at me. I burned every bridge that led me to anyone that I ever cared about. I hadn't spoken to my family in several months. I finally called my dad and told him that my quality of life had gotten so terrible and I needed help, and he told me he was willing to put me through treatment again if I went somewhere far away and stayed long term. I talked to several places, but Duffy's was the one that just sounded like the most welcoming, the most caring, and I really liked the way they treated me over the phone and didn't judge me. When I first pulled up, I was so terrified to be in a new place, meet new people, follow new rules, and as soon as I arrived, I knew that all those beliefs that I had were totally incorrect, and the staff was really welcoming and made me feel like family. I've noticed like my patterns with my using, it's like I always burn the people who love me the most. I don't know why that is, but it's really sad, and it's a really good feeling for me now to start like repairing those relationships and have healthy, good relationships in my life today. I call my dad at least 3 times a week, and we have awesome conversations, and I don't call him because I'm asking for anything. I just call my dad to hear my dad's voice. I remember recently calling my grandma and telling her how sorry I was and that I had just gotten a job and that I wanted to pay her that money back, and she thought that was very sweet, but that me doing well was enough payback for her. When I was drinking and using, I thought that was just the life, and I thought that was the way that I was gonna go to the other side. That's just the way I planned to live my life for the rest of my life because it was easy. I didn't have to feel, and I just didn't really have to be present for my problems and my life responsibilities. I failed to realize how much pain I was actually in. And when I look at like my life today in comparison to the life that I was living, I realized that this side of the fence is so much better. This side is the beautiful side.